Welcome to France, to the home of the Le Mans 24-hour for our season race 3. 100 kilometers and away we go. Bergs takes us away with the endurance champion Green to start us off. Everybody's coming in tightly packed together. Nice start there. You see DanZambe in the safety car in the back holding off. Rick Green coming through in fourth with Contagious behind him, coming through into the chicane for the first time. Wings goes a bit wide. Mitch goes a bit wide. Lexus of Jonesy trailing up the tail as Bergs is getting away in second. Norm, is the one in the green, the endurance champion at the moment. Rick Green in his pale blue, signifying that he is the current sprint champion, as two drivers get that chicane wrong as we come down into the long set of straights for the first time of 8. Now I can confirm for you this race will be a safety car race. So DanZambe has pulled off at the back and is taking the points hit to perform his duty as the safety car, as Norm, Bergs and Wings lead us down the straight for the first time. What's going to happen? Bergs with the run in the McLaren comes around Jonesy come around Norm as they hit the first chicane for the first time. Wings absolutely outbrakes himself. Rick gets it sideways and Norm's come back through, running down the middle section of the straight, all nice and tight as they failed. All tucks into each other's slipstreams. Now shortly we are going to take you to the safety car, so we're going to jump forward now. So here we are coming into lap 5, the end of lap 5 I think. Zambe pulls out in the safety car in the Mustang, and there we go. So here we see the pit cycle behind the safety car. Who pits? Bergs stays out on the end of lap 5. Wings comes in for a new set of socks. Rick Green comes in for new tires. Norm stays out. Contagious and Con running in together. What are they going to do? Both stay out. Jonesy in the Lexus stays out under safety car. We see Rick and Wings pit crews ready to go. Reaper now. Wings pulls in for tires. Reaper also with a new set of tires coming into the safety car lap. Gets it a little bit wrong as we see the sprint champion Rick in the pits. Mitch coming down and Beto. Mitch comes in for new tires as well. And so does Beto. No, he doesn't. Beto stays out. He's going to put the chase on the safety car as we flick forward now, coming around near the end of the safety car lap. So we do one lap at 125 kilometer speed limit, and DanZambe will pull off at the end right before the final chicane. So a 2-lap sprint around Le Mans, around the Circuit de la Sarthe, to decide the champion of race 3. We see Bergs in front with Norm, Contagious, Con, Jonesy, Wings, Rick and Beto rounding out the top 8 as we come into the first chicane of 2. Remember, Zambe in the safety car pulls out on the second chicane. We're about to go racing. And we are away. It's Bergs from Norm, from Contagious, as we get started for a 2-lap sprint around the Circuit de la Sarthe for round 3 of the DanZambe Championship. Norm hot on the heels of Bergs. Bergs' tyres are going to start to run out as he did not pit. Everybody else behind him did, or are on fresher tyres. You can see there Bergs just outbrakes himself naturally with his tyre wear. Contagious with a sniff comes up, has a look. Norm's on the outside run as they come down the hill into the left and the right into the long straight. The top 4 all tightly nicked in tight together. Or was that contact from Contagious on Bergs? Bergs goes wide, takes some sand with him right into the straight. That's his race surely over, with his momentum lost coming down the run as Con comes up in between both Contagious and Norm, coming down into the straight with a lap and a half to go. Norm's backed up, some issues there. So it's Con, Contagious, Wings and Jonesy, your top four, with Rick coming flying past Jonesy in the Lexus. As they come into the first chicane, it's Con from Contagious, from Wings, from Rick, from Jonesy. Two of the front three, both Lisa, Norm and Bergs, disappearing at the end of lap one. As the two Cons run hot down into the second chicane of the long straight. One lap to go after this to determine the champion of the Circuit de la Sarthe. Round three as Contagious pulls right up alongside Con on the outside run coming into this chicane. You see Jonesy there. Norm as the cork in the bottle. Front four drivers now running into Rick Green looks for the shot up the inside on Contagious. Little bit of a tap of a contact there. Rick takes the lead. Contagious with a little bump from Con. Con comes through into second. Contagious in third, Wings in fourth. See some contact in the back there. How is this going to play out? Rick Green from Con, from Contagious from Wings, as they run through the front four and the second four. Bergs, Jonesy, Norman, Reaper making out the top eight. As we come around now, Rick gets it wrong. Con with the inside run. Contagious comes around the outside. Rick back down into third. Contagious and Con, little bit of a contact there, a little nudge as Contagious takes the lead. Somebody gets it absolutely wrong in the background. And the front four drivers running so hot together into the technical section for the second last time. It's Contagious, Con, Rick and Wings all shuffling around, all battling it out. As we're running now down into the two S's before the final lap dash. You see Wings and Norm battling in third. Norm has made some space. Rick with a little mistake. Then there's a nice gap there now between second and third. It's all about Contagious and Con battling it out with one lap to go. With Wings, Norm and Rick battling for the final spot on the podium. Bergs, after the contact there at the start of lap 7, he's made his way back up into 6th. As we see Contagious now with a lot of space on Con. Wings and Norm trailing in 3rd and 4th. Rick falling away in 5th. Gets it very wide. Reaper follows him. That gives Lexus Jonesy a shot at creeping back up in to 6th as he's battling it out with Reaper. And we come round now into the straight for the final time. Contagious has surely broken the slit there on Con, with Norm and Wings coming side by side into the final set of straights for the final time. Rick praying these two drivers will battle and slow each other down. Norm and Wings side by side in the final lap. Norm's gonna have the inside. Wings all kinds of flashing there. Norm gets it wrong. Wings comes through. Rick's gonna have an opportunity to come around the outside of Norm as well, and he does. So Norm goes from 3rd to 5th with an expensive mistake there. Hot on the heels of Rick Green. Contagious, Con and Wings, your front three with Rick. Hot on the heels of Wings for a podium position, and Jonesy, keep an eye on him in 7th. He's potentially battling it out with with Mitch in 8th at the back. Norm can smell the podium finish. He's sat in 5th behind Rick and behind Wings. As they come in 1, 2, 3, battling for 3rd spot on the final lap. Contagious and Con both comfortably with space as they come into this turn. What? 1, 2, 3. Rick takes the spot from Wings. Almost running side by side. Down the second last long straight. Contagious and Con are gone, but we have Rick, Wings and Norm with Reaper coming up behind as the cars battle it out for the final podium position. Wings makes a mistake, lets Norm through into the right left. A little bit of penalty serving there as Norm thinks about the inside dive on Rick and thinks again. Rick goes wide, makes a mistake. That lets Norm, Wings and Reaper through on the last lap. Norm back in a podium position. Wings, Reaper, Rick, Jonesy. Jonesy's is inside now. With the technical section to come to finish off the final race. So he said the front two are gone and it's Norm, Wings, Reaper and Rick. Anything gonna happen here as we come into the final section? Wings and Jonesy for the podium as we see Contagious running into the first of the 2 chicanes to take his first victory on debut in the DanZambe series at race 3 around the Circuit de la Sarthe. You see Con there in the purple coming around behind him in 2nd as the 3rd, 4th and 5th battle comes in behind us. Norm is serving penalty, Reaper comes through. We're going to have to wait for the final classifications to see who finishes where. After 8 laps around this absolutely brutal circuit, Berg's disappointment after leading most of the race in 8th. And there you have the final standings. Contagious, Con, Norm, Reaper, Wings, Jonesy, with Rick Green, Bergs, Beto and Mitch. You see the notable non-starters there below. Fine Moves, Corraldo and Schwaber, all favourites for the championship, not lining up for race 3. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you for race 4.